What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's King Deal, and today I got 5 cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburgers. The one in the middle is a double. The rest of them are singles. It's my little homemade special sauce, Big Mac sauce, whatever you want to call it. Bread and butter pickles, thick cut bacon, cheese, and 90% lean ground beef. And I got this. Haven't had this version in a while, so go on, crack that open. We'll talk about a cup of some ice. Let's go for one of these burgers. I don't know which one I did first, so I'm just gonna go down the line. Forgot to mention grilled onions on here too. So I put the whole kitchen cabinet in terms of like seasoning and stuff for this burger, for these ground beef. And if I'm gonna be honest, well, I do think it's good, and I can taste all the seasonings and stuff that I put into the ground meat. Simple salt and pepper would have went a long way. Much more enjoyable than this, if I'm being honest. Nevertheless, it's still delicious. But the patties are really, really thin. Obviously, because I was going for a smash burger type of thing. You can see on the edge right there. But I know smash burgers especially work best when it's like using like a real fattier beef. Obviously, it helps create that crust and everything, and it keeps it more juicy and flavorful. But I also know that I'm not gonna sit there and make like a whole pound and some change of ground meat for burgers with the intent of eating all of them. And I use a fattier beef. That's why I always go for like the leaner stuff, 90 or 93. Because I know I'm sacrificing flavor with a higher percentage of leanness, but health-wise, worth it. Yeah, that's real good though. Bacon in the oven is the best bet to making bacon, in my opinion. It's a lot less messy and dangerous. Also, just so enjoyable. My only problem with these is obviously because I'm cooking so many of them, and it's kind of like at a one at a time type of thing. Because if I try to do them like two or three at a time while still trying to cook the bacon, I was trying to do the buns. I did the buns and the onions separate. I did the buns first, then on the same scale I used the onions, and then after all that, then I did the beef. But I don't know, man. All of them started to get cold when I did the last ones. So I'm actually gonna heat these up. I'll be right back with y'all. And we're back, Chief. Alright. Had to heat these things up in the microwave. So when y'all see the video that I made yesterday, eating frozen Chinese food at home, the audio is definitely gonna sound very crazy. That's because I was trying to see what the internal microphone of the camera sounds like. Obviously I was doing research and I heard that it sucks, which it does. It's not that good. But I just wanted to see how it sounded like. So I did my little testing and I don't like it. So I'm gonna stick with this till I get a better mic. Now, will I say these are the best burgers I ever made on the channel? No. But still really good. Ross has had these hot honey Tyson chicken wings. You already know how to get them. And I've been knowing about them for a while, but I just never bothered to like get them until now. So that's gonna probably be the next thing I eat. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling in the onion mood when I was thinking about making these, but the onions, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of annoying. I guess I could have cooked them longer, but You know, I was kind of like trying to hurry up and get all this stuff done. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking about Tyler in this video. I got your five guys right here. Could I have 5 burgers? And still, it's so delicious. But I want y'all to, anybody who's still watching, I want y'all to take the time to leave a comment in the comment section, wishing subscriber Gabe Good well, please. Um, Told me that they was going through something, and I'm not trying to, like, I'm not trying to put their business out there, nothing like that. But I do want for like spread love to be given, so that he can make a righteous recovery. So remember, if you want to be a big back or greedy, or you just can take down like 5 burgers or whatever in one sitting, if you're making yourself, which would be the first step that you should take. The second step is that you go for one of the more leaner ground beats. Don't go for 80/20 or any of the higher fat content beefs. Like, go for like the leaner ones. Like I said, even though I was kind of doing a lot, like I normally do when I'm trying to make stuff like this, I still know better than to have let the patties on as long as they were. Like, I mean, it probably there was no way that this is gonna be juicy regardless. But me personally, I just don't like pink in my burgers. Like, if I do have like a little pink in my burgers, gotta be like a very little bit. Like, so there's times I've made burgers and I kind of took them off a little bit higher, a little bit earlier in the cook time, and they'll have a little bit of pink, a little bit more pink than I would like, and you can just see like the pink part of the meat, how it looks compared to like the rest of the beef that's cooked, and it just always just throws me off. So for burgers, I'd rather have completely gray, slightly overcooked or whatever ground beef than really juicy burgers that got pink in it running. Nah, can't do it. Now with a steak, that's different, obviously, you know. Because really, when I think about like well done, medium well, medium rare, and all that kind of stuff, I'm thinking about a steak. I'm not thinking about a burger. cook my stuff nice and juicy, no pink or a pinch of pink, and call it a day. Man, just take a look at that though. That'll tell me I wouldn't want to eat this. That's where that taste comes from. It has a taste that's unsettling to me for a burger. I put a little bit of like crab boil into the beef patty mixture. Don't ask me why. I was just trying to call myself being creative. I'm trying to see like if I can get like a different flavor of a hamburger from raw ground beef compared to what I normally do, which is mostly just salt and pepper, maybe a little garlic powder or whatever the case may be. And rightfully so. The like I said, I use a little bit of mustard. I use some Worcestershire, obviously. But obviously the thing that's creating the most identity for this beef is the crab boil. So that's the flavor that's really kind of like overtaking this, and I wasn't picking up on that until now. So if you're somebody who love hamburgers, you love crab bowls and all that kind of stuff, go for it. Me, I would never do this again, ever. Because I damn sure don't want to be thinking about seafood when I'm eating hamburgers. So should I really call this I got your five guys right here? Or should I say crab boil flavored hamburgers? Nah. Like it's just, you know how when you eat something and you're doing like your last chew as you're like swallowing the food, and you're getting that little burst of flavor or whatever. All it is just crab boil. It's really annoying. I mean, what would possess me to do such a thing? To think that I was gonna be okay with that. Now I will say this one is obviously the juiciest one out of all the ones I've made. Because not only were the patties slightly bigger, but I took them off. I flipped them a lot faster and took it off the heat a lot faster. So there's a little bit more moisture coming from these patties than the other ones. But like I said, this is enjoyable and I don't regret making this. I just wish that I would have thought better about the crab boil part, because putting crab boil in the ground meat, that's all I'm tasting is crab boil, and it's getting on my nerves. But finally over. That was 5 cheeseburgers down the gullet. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.